James Doakes, Eric King, is coming back in Dexter, Resurrection, and his long-awaited return makes it even more likely that another character from the original Dexter will show up in the sequel series as well. The cast of Dexter, Resurrection is already filling up with new and returning characters alike. From newcomers like Peter Dinklage and Uma Thurman to stars of the original series like David Zayas and James Remar, Resurrection is packed with colorful characters. As Dexter, Resurrection's release date of July 11th draws nearer, we've gotten even more insight into just how many legacy characters are returning from Dexter. We already know that Dexter, Michael C. Hall, Batista, Zayas, Harry Morgan, Remar, and more are returning to Resurrection from the original series, and characters like Harrison Morgan, Jack Alcott, is returning from Dexter, New Blood. More recently, however, we also learned that James Doakes will appear in Dexter, Resurrection, which should set up a very tense standoff between Dexter and his old rival. Doakes' return in Resurrection will be great on its own, but it also may be a sign that another main character from the original Dexter will show up in the sequel series. When Clyde Phillips confirmed that Doakes would appear in Dexter, Resurrection, he also confirmed that Doakes would be a hallucination in the sequel series. Doakes, of course, has been dead since Dexter Season 2, and Resurrection takes place well over a decade later. Doakes, along with Dexter fan favorites like the Trinity Killer, John Lithgow, and Miguel Prado, Jimmy Smits, will appear to Dexter as hallucinations in Resurrection. Evidently, Dexter is going to have to face very literal manifestations of his past and the mistakes he made in the original series. Knowing that Doakes will be a hallucination and not simply a memory in flashback form may be an indication of a plot point Resurrection has up its sleeve. Doakes may appear to Dexter after the latter has been outed by Angela, Julia Jones, and Batista as the Bay Harbor Butcher. The world has assumed that Doakes was the Bay Harbor Butcher for years, and it would make sense for Dexter to have to grapple with how he framed the detective as a serial killer and destroyed his legacy. It would be a chance for Doakes to finally get justice and peace. That if Dexter, Resurrection does bring Doakes back after Dexter is outed as the Bay Harbor Butcher, it would be the perfect opportunity to bring back another character at the same time. Maria LaGuerta, Luna Lauren Velez, was one of the only other people who knew Dexter was a serial killer, and she was also killed to cover up his secret. Resurrection has a perfect chance to bring both Doakes and Maria back and give them a chance to find closure. It honestly wouldn't make sense to only bring Doakes back, given how important the Bay Harbor Butcher case was to Maria's death. Another reason Maria probably should show up in Dexter, Resurrection as another hallucination is because of her connection to Doakes. Maria and Doakes were extremely close and even had a romantic relationship at some point. She never thought Doakes was the Bay Harbor Butcher, and it was her desire to clear her friend's good name that got her killed by Jennifer Carpenter. If Doakes is getting a chance to confront Dexter for what he did, Maria deserves the same chance just as much, arguably even more so. Bringing Luna Lauren Velez back to play Maria LaGuerta one last time in Resurrection could even fix a missed opportunity from the original Dexter. The last time Doakes appeared in Dexter was in Season 7 during one of Dexter's memories. By nature of the scene, however, he never got a chance to interact with Maria. Resurrection can bring Luna Lauren Velez and Eric King on screen together for the first time in almost 2 decades, and it wouldn't even feel like fan service due to how well it would work thematically. There are so many reasons to bring Maria back in Resurrection that I'm almost positive it's going to happen. Yet another reason Maria's return in Dexter, Resurrection is her return in Dexter, Original Sin. The young Maria LaGuerta, played by Christina Milian, was a central character in the prequel show, and she's going to continue to be a major player in Dexter, Original Sin Season 2. The ending of Original Sin Season 1 even set Maria up to have an even more complicated relationship with Harry and Dexter, and it would make a lot of sense to continue the franchise's focus on Maria in Resurrection. Original Sin already brought the character back, and Resurrection could use that momentum to bring Luna Lauren Velez back. Maria could even provide another through line that connects Original Sin to Resurrection. The two shows are already very closely tied to one another. Original Sin is depicted as Dexter's memories as he fights for his life at the beginning of Resurrection, but they could still continue to build off one another. Having Maria appear in Resurrection could be a way to honor her memory after her death and even reference some of the things Original Sin has added to her story. Hopefully I'm right, and we'll be seeing Maria LaGuerta in Dexter, Resurrection soon.